let's work on our low knife hand block. So our low knife hand block is going to be done out of a back stance. Before we talk about the block, we have to talk about the stance. You need to bring your feet together so your heels come together. Your feet are going to be at a 90-degree angle. We're going to bend the knees. If the feet were at a 90-degree angle, then the knees should be at a 90-degree angle. We're going to step out a little bit. I'll talk about that in a second. Your foot and your knee and your hip and your shoulder should all be in a straight line. Okay? When you step out, if you step out too far, your shoulder is going to come forward too much. If you don't step out enough, you might be leaning back and your shoulder's back too far. So we step out just enough. We're going to lift the heel off the ground and we're going to bend that back knee and we're going to sit down on it. We're going to focus on trying to have really good posture so the hip has to come in. The hands are going to be out. Now for the low knife hand strike, similar to the low block, how the low block did not come past the knee, the low knife hand block is not going to come past the knee as well. So the setup comes from the back side. One hand comes near the back side, other one comes to the shoulder, and I'm going to throw my hands into position. Do your best to keep your fingers together. Nobody wants to see fingers open. You'll notice that I'm twisting my foot in a little bit. That helps my hips to twist in and activate, so I get a little bit of extra snap. The block on the other side, I'm going to twist. I like to have my wrist come to the middle of, if I was wearing a V-neck, my wrist is at the bottom of that V right there. That means my hand is slightly forward. Okay, it's not here in the middle. To walk with it, you're going to be going forward and then shooting your hands like that so they set up on the front side. We're going to slide through. You might want to think in terms of being on a very narrow balance beam, so to speak, because you're going to want to slide through so that the ball of the foot lines up with the heel, and then you can execute your block. Set up, slide through. Just like with all walking techniques, this is my rear leg, so I'm going to look over that side, I'm going to set up, I'm going to step down and shift. A couple more times. So that is our low knife hand block, or Haran Sudo Mahki.